Good evening, folks, and welcome to Game 2 of our Friday doubleheader. We are here in Boston, Massachusetts, ready for the homestanding Boston Yachts to take on the Calgary Stallions visiting from Alberta. We're ready to go as we are at center ice, ready for opening puck drop. Anderson against Pedersen. And the puck is dropped, and we are off and running. Tie up there, and a penalty right off the opening draw. So a slash on Josiah Stevens, so he tries to dig in to get that puck away and comes away with a slashing call. So the fans still excited for the start of the game. I don't know if they've actually heard the announcement go out that yes, there was a penalty on the play. So we are now off and running here to the right of Benny Sobel in net tonight for the Yachts. Playing the second game of a back-to-back is Boston. Puck out in front and it's tipped away. Jordan will now take and he'll flip it out. Boston falling in overtime to New York last night. Last time these two teams squared up in Calgary, Boston came away with a big win. Winning that game 5-3. So it'll be offside there, and a tripping call as well. So very quickly into this game, we have not really gotten to get going and feel our way into the game, as Alyosha Kuznetsov going to be guilty of a trip. We'll be 4-on-4 now. For a minute 22 here, we're still less than a minute into the game, and we have had two penalties right off the bat. Anderson able to win it back to Vinogradov. Backlog now to King. King with the only two goals for Boston last night. See if he can keep that goal streak going. Excuse me. Vinogradov with it behind the Boston cage. Kicks it up to Backlog, now to King. King with a lot of skating room. More free ice with his 4-on-4. Anderson denied there. It is Alexei Novak in net for Calgary. Just the few games that Novak has started this season, he has looked very, very good. Very, very capable. Which is a bit of a surprise for Calgary. They weren't really sure what exactly to expect out of him as their backup. But he has played well thus far for the Stallions when he has had the opportunity. Back lob to the middle, gets it poked away. Borshevsky now with it to Pedersen. Pedersen into the zone. Pedersen stops and then turns it over there in the slot. Vinogradov now with just 10 seconds left to 10-on-10 play. Boston will have a very abbreviated power play right here for about 30 seconds. Puck still in the Calgary zone. It'll be kicked deeper. Borshevsky then able to get it on the backhand and out. Puck will skip all the way down and picked up by Vinogradov. Vinogradov tried to get it up ice, and it's turned over there inside his own zone. Now 10 seconds left here. Jackson King, he'll lose the puck there. Pedersen will have it. Pedersen will go off the glass and out. Jordan to Cherry, and now Schvital. We are back to 5-on-5. We hadn't been there for very long, as the first penalty came about 4 seconds in. 3 minutes now gone here in the first period. All scoreless between the Stallions and the Yachts. Bernier with a shot goes wide. Calgary scuffling a little bit here. Currently sitting in third place, a regulation win. We'll get them right back there with Montreal for second as both teams try to chase down the Royals. Slap shot there goes wide. Jordan now with it. He'll go up ice. It'll be flipped in by Schvital. Puck will rim all the way around where Bernier will be able to pick it up for Calgary. He'll send it back behind his own net to Borshevsky. Borshevsky able to get it up ice to Wilkinson, now to Miller. Leon Miller to the middle to Wilkinson, and it's denied, and the rebound wasn't available for Laine. Wilkinson now to Magnuson to Bernier. Bernier sticked away for a second. And now Leon Miller skates to the middle. He's knocked off the puck, and a penalty coming up here. Marcus Laine going to be guilty of a slash on Johan Joubert. Puck to Schvital. That's Vince Schvital trying to drag through, and that will finally get the touch up there by Bernier. As we will have another penalty here in the first period. Again, a clunky start to the game here in Boston. So Marcus Laine going to be guilty of a trip. Thought it was a slash initially, but yep, definitely a trip on the play. Anderson now will face off against Delaney. 14.5 minutes left here in the first. Boston 0 for 1 on their short 37-second power play earlier in the period. Slater to Delaney, and Delaney able to clear it. Christensen will pick it up behind the net, get it up to Anderson. He'll go off the boards to King. King has to skate back for it, though. Poor pass by Anderson. Still in their own zone, and now with some speed, Vinogradov to Stevens. Stevens tries to cut to the middle. Vinogradov gets it poked away there, and Magnuson will pick it up. Magnuson goes off the glass, and it'll be picked up and neutralized by Vinogradov. He'll deliver it to Christensen, who gets it to Stevens. Stevens to King. King over to Anderson with a chance. Can't get that pass across. They had a bit of an advantage there, entering the zone, and they were unable to do anything with it. Was Boston. King drags through. Anderson with a shot blockered away there by Novak, and then Stevens was denied. Alexei Novak with a great save. Jackson King glove by Novak, and a hold right there. Tall now against Pedersen. Still 35 seconds left here of power play time. Joubert straight on. Gets it blocked away by Novak. Tall trying to cut down. Puck is loose there in the slot, and it'll be poked away by Pedersen over to Shepard, and Shepard will flip it in as he crosses the blue line. Jordan to O'Shea. Just 10 seconds left here. Tall across the blue line. Hammered there. It'll come out of the zone, into the neutral zone. And Joubert, the first one on it for Boston. Over to Cherry. Cherry gets it sticked away. Bernier, the first one on it for Calgary. Pokes free to Laine. Laine gets hammered there. O'Shea to Schwital, glove by Novak. And he'll hold right there. Exactly 8 minutes gone here in the first. Scoreless between Calgary and Boston. Winslow pressed to the corner there. Comes up the boards. O'Shea with it. He'll try to cut through, and Reinhardt will take it away. Reinhardt to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov flips it back to Reed with a blocker. Shot gets blocked away by Sabel. Vinogradov with it. He'll reverse to Antonison. Over to Christensen. Christensen to the red line and in. Winslow will pick it up. He'll advance to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will skate a little bit. Lots of room there. Turned over in the neutral zone. Vodko Petrik. Over to O'Shea. O'Shea pauses. Vinogradov with a shot. Kicked away by Novak, and he'll hold right there. Abraham against Fyodorov. Fyodorov wins it back. Magnuson across the blue line. And now Bork will have it. Bork gets bumped off the puck there. Vinogradov trying to carry up. It'll be Abraham. Danny Abraham across the blue line. Over to Tipton. Tipton gets it tipped away. Puck is loose there. Bogdanovich now with it. Bogdanovich over to Shepard. Shepard to Fyodorov. Can't get a shot through. Abraham will have it for Boston. Danny Abraham to the red line. Will continue to carry, enters the zone. Abraham pulls back. Gets it over to Antonison. Down low to Petrik. From the side of the cage, unable to get it through. Turned over there was Petrik. Shepard now with it for Calgary. Good stretch pass to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich to Fyodorov. He scores! It'll be Alexei Fyodorov. So that third line for Calgary continues to stay hot. As it will be Fyodorov from his line mates Bogdanovich and Shepard. Great shot there by Fyodorov. Looked like he went low on Sabel. Sabel was more prepared for that shot to come in higher at glove height, and he beat him low there. Laine shot gets deflected out of play. 8:16 left here in the first. Calgary with a 1-0 lead on the Yachts here in Boston. Cherry now against Wilkinson. Wilkinson wins it back. Puck in loose in the middle there. Wilkinson shot goes wide. Laine to the front to Wilkinson. Backhand denied there by Sabel. Wilkinson now back with it. He'll lose it to Cherry there. Cherry able to advance it to Adelson, who will flip it in. Puck rims all the way around where Warshevsky will pick it up. Warshevsky to Miller. Miller now to Wilkinson. Wilkinson across the blue line. Continues to carry. He'll now try to bring it down, and Backlov will take the puck away. Backlov loses the puck deeper into the Calgary zone, where it'll be picked up by Bernier. Bernier tried to advance to line A and it misses the target. And now Miller in the corner. Gets it up to line A. Line A tried to get to the middle and he loses the puck there. Leon Miller over to Pettersson. Pettersson shot. It scores! Looks like line A got a piece of that on the way in. Gonna want to see that one later. Marcus Laine with a goal there to give Calgary a 2-0 lead here. 6 minutes left here in the first. Pettersson and Miller are going to be with the helpers on the play. Kuznetsov turns it over to Vinogradov. Boston looking for some offense now. Anderson tries to get to the middle and he loses it. Pettersson over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt across the blue line. Over to Pettersson. Shot goes wide. Might have been hit off the glove of Sabel. Boston now with the puck. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson tries to carry across and he's unable to. King puts on the brakes over to Vinogradov. Now King in the high slot doesn't get that shot on net. Puck comes to the side of the cage where Novak will protect it. And get the whistle. 4:51 left here in the first. One more game coming up later tonight. The America-leading Detroit Trappers will be in Edmonton to face the Dinos. Big game between those two teams. Detroit with an opportunity to take the lead for for the most points in the league. Edmonton just trying to keep pace in this Canada division that slowly they're losing grip on. King to the middle to Stevens and the shot goes wide and a penalty coming up here on Calgary. Looks like Subin Bork going to be guilty. Nope. Interesting why they would show him. Velimir Bogdanovich going to be guilty of a slash on the play. Shot there and it goes high. Might have been tipped off the glove again of Novak. Vinogradov to Christensen. He'll lose the puck there where Delaney will pick it up. Schvital picks it up in the Boston zone. Vinogradov now with it. 3.5 minutes left here in the first. 2-0. Calgary. Strength of goals from Fyodorov and Laine. Calgary able to get another clear there. Kill off another 10 to 15 seconds. Warshevsky up to Slater. Slater gets it knocked off his stick. Delaney shorthanded will carry behind the net and then get hammered there by Christensen. Vinogradov now over to O'Shea. But to Cherry. O'Shea on his backhand. Blocked away by Novak. Warshevsky able to clear it up to Delaney who can get it out of the Calgary zone. Force Boston all the way back. O'Shea will have it. O'Shea to the red line. Enters the zone. Nick O'Shea over to Cherry. Denied there by Novak. And he'll keep play going. They'll look to try to get this penalty killed off as Warshevsky will go off the glass and out. And that'll bring it pretty close to an end. Just 8 seconds left here for Boston. They have an opportunity though. They do enter the zone. Warshevsky bumps Cherry off and now O'Shea tries to curl behind the net. One-timer. Denied by Novak and that will bring the power play to an end. So we sit 2-0. Now, Calgary's strategy usually in these games with Novak in net is they can't allow too many shots on net. They try to block as many as they can. They have given up 12 shots here in the first period, so a little bit of a abnormality for how Calgary likes to play with Novak. With Fauschenbauer, they usually allow a lot of shots through. They know they have a lot more confidence in him being able to stop things. Novak, they don't want to make him work too much back there. And Laine with his second goal of the game. There was a delayed call coming up on Boston, but Marcus Laine says forget that. He's just going to bury it as Miller and Wilkinson. Miller will get his second helper of the day. Wilkinson with his first assist. So 3-0 here in the first. Calgary upset with the way they played against Boston the other night, and they are coming out here to prove that that was a fluke here in Boston Municipal Arena. On the backhand there, shot goes wide. That top line out for Boston. When they need some momentum, when they need something to go, that's the line they go to. They had some great opportunities there. It's still in the Calgary zone, so let's see if they can get something here on the forecheck. Bork trying to exit, still can't. And now Miller still doesn't exit. 2 seconds now, they will exit, and that will do it for the first period here from Boston. Calgary with 3 goals here in the first from Fyodorov and 2 from Laine to give them the 3-0 lead. As we head to the first intermission, we'll take it with the teams on the ice and be back with you for the start of the second period here from Boston. All right, quick little break, and we are back to the action here. I am Les Talk, happy to be with you here on a Friday night from Boston, Massachusetts, as the Calgary Stallions, the road team on the scoreboard tonight, come in with a 3-0 lead. After the first 20 minutes, they'll look to build on that. Boston hoping to get this to a 2-goal lead and get a little momentum headed in their direction. Pettersson tries to skate down, and he loses the puck there. Stevens retreats in the neutral zone. He'll be bumped there right at the Calgary bench. Pettersson up to Reinhart. Reinhart in a bit of a cold snap right now for the Stallions. Bogran now across the blue line. Tried to get it to the near boards, and it was intercepted by Kuznetsov. Alyosha Kuznetsov looks to skate out of his own zone. He will. He loses the puck there to King. So those two come together. Anderson along the near boards. Puts on the brakes, and King denied there by Novak. It'll go wide. One-timer by Anderson, and it's stopped there. Novak will just hold there and get the whistle. Face off here, and Backlov wins it over to Gron. Now Shutout with the shot doesn't get through. Bernier to Wilkinson. Wilkinson across the blue line over to Miller. The second line been very good here tonight, and Sabo will stop that one from Bernier as he trailed the play. Face off here now, and Borshevsky unable to get a shot on net as O'Shea with some speed looking to get around Bernier, the defenseman. He'll be forced to the corner and hammered there by Bernier. O'Shea now on the backhand goes way wide. Bernier picks it up. Laine trying to drag through, and it'll be knocked away there. O'Shea again with speed. This time he'll just flip in. Allow the forecheck to go to work for Boston. Borshevsky dodges the check there. Bork up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to the red line. Tries to continue through, and he'll lose the puck. Miller now in. Leon Miller puts on the brakes. Over to Laine. Oh, and a good blocker save there by Sabo. Wilkinson to Bork. Over to Magnuson. Now to Wilkinson. He'll lose the puck there. Spins for Tall. Up to O'Shea. Now to Christensen. Christensen will flip in. Puck rims all the way around where Subin Bork will have it. Carried in by Boston. Brandon Jordan with the puck. He'll lose it there. Regains control. Antonison back to Jordan. Blocked away by Novak. Good save there. Fyodorov to Magnuson. Joakim Magnuson looking to go on the attack. He'll get it to Shepard. Shepard into the zone, into the corner. Puck deflects off the back of the net. He'll come into the corner where they're battling. Adolfson able to get it away to Vinogradov. Now to Cherry. Cherry along the far board, sticked away by Bork. Good stick there by Subin. Jordan with the puck. He'll reverse it now to Gron. Gron will look to go on the attack. Bogran pauses and then loses the puck there. Shepard tried to get it back to the middle, and it was denied. Sasha Backlov up to Jordan. Brandon Jordan to Stevens. Josiah Stevens hammered into the boards. Calvin Anderson up high to Gron. Anderson tried to feed it down, and it was picked off. Bradley Reinhart now. Up ice to Pettersson. Pettersson to Reinhart. He can't get the shot through. Bo Gron will have it. Gron to Anderson. He'll lose the puck there. Almost 8 minutes gone here in the second. Still set at that same score, 3-0 in favor of the Stallions. Stevens with a chance, can't get the shot through. Now down low, and King had a great opportunity, and the puck will go wide. Stevens finally back to his skates as he was hobbled there for a little bit. Skating a little ginger, but he's good now. Stevens now with the puck. He'll get it up ahead to Tipton. Tipton on a breakaway. Denied by Novak. What a save there on Barry Tipton. Joubert picked off by Reinhardt. Reinhardt all by himself, though. Seeing if he can try to get around Joubert. He's unable. Tipton had the puck. He loses it. It'll be loose there near the Calgary bench. Delaney to Slater. Joubert picks it off. Puck picked up by Calgary. Bernier with it. Bernier hammered there. Alden down to Slater. Oh, unable to sneak it past Sobel. And now Slater tried to feed it out front to Delaney, and Braun picked it off. Tipton over to Abraham. Abraham, hammered there at the blue line by Stas Warshevsky. Warshevsky across the blue line. He'll get it to Delaney. Can't get a shot through. Joubert to Petrik. Vladko Petrik will just flip it in. That puck will rim all the way around. Come above the goal line. Tried to be kicked out there by Calgary, and now Delaney will have it. He'll get it to his line mate Slater. Vinny Slater tried to feed it across. Delaney with a chance denied. Oh, and then Slater couldn't get the rebound. Like he was a little handcuffed there with where the puck bounced to him. Puck sent in front to Sobel. Sent back out. Laine with it. Looking for the hat trick. Denied there. Vinogradov will try to carry out of the zone. It's taken by Laine. Delaney hole on the backhand. Tried to feed it through to Slater, and he couldn't. Shot there by Boston goes wide. Puck sent in front. Nobody home for Boston. Laine trying to skate free behind his own net. Unable to. Loses the puck for a second. Then regains control. Loses it again. Puck is free there. Laine picks it up. Gets it to the defenseman Magnuson. Magnuson tries to carry through. He'll be able to advance it to Delaney. And then Delaney loses the puck in the middle. And now a breakaway for Nolan Cherry. Nolan Cherry on a breakaway. Denied. A stick save there by Novak. So it looked like he tried to go 5-hole after a few moves. Winslow with the puck. He'll go off the boards and up to Wilkinson, who will exit the zone. Miller hammered there at neutral ice. Wilkinson still in the zone. He'll lose the puck there. Braun going to be tripped up. So Albin Wilkinson going to be guilty of the trip. Very continuous play here in the second period, opposite of what we had in the first. And now with 6:03, I believe, was what the clock said when the whistle was blown. Albin Wilkinson going to head to the box for a trip on Beaugrand. So Boston with a golden opportunity, trailing 3-0 here in the second. Look to gain a little momentum before the third period here. See if they can make it a 2-goal game. No lead is safe in the PIHANA. We've seen a lot of teams with some huge periods, huge third periods especially. So a 2-goal lead, if Boston can get it there, is not enormous, not an insurmountable effort for Boston. But I think they need to get one here in the second to feel like they got a good chance going forward. Three just leaves a lot less margin for error for the Yachts. Vinogradov from the point. Now Stevens back to Christensen. Christensen over to King. Oh, tried to feed it through and it was denied. King to the point. Down low, denied there. Stevens behind the net. Tried to get it out in front to King. Puck is loose there in the slot. Puck will come wide of the cage and go behind. Anderson up high to Vinogradov. Down to King to Stevens, and they score. So it'll be Josiah Stevens on the power play. It's able to basically just tip it home as King with a great setup there from the high slot, and Vinogradov a great pass down to King to finally beat Alexei Novak here. And now Anderson with a 2-on-1 with King. Anderson to the backhand, and King will score. No, they're going to wave it off. So I'm not sure. Are they going to say goalie interference on Anderson as he runs into... Yeah, that's probably goalie interference. Yeah, that seemed pretty clear and obvious to me. So a 2-on-1 break for Boston goes for naught as they call goalie interference on Calvin Anderson. Beaugrand now up to Anderson, to King. This top line, seeing if they can get things going again. Again, a lot of the offense on their shoulders. They already have one in today with Stevens. See if they can get another one here. Reed will retreat and then turn it over to Adelson. Cherry Tried to carry across, and then he's belted into the boards. Fyodorov tried to feed it ahead. Puck goes wide of Laine. Now Reed will have it. Reed will retreat in his own zone. Look for an outlet. He'll be pinned up against the boards where Winslow will finally be able to carry it. Fyodorov belted there by Beaugrand. In neutral ice. Ooh, what a hit there on Fyodorov. Jordan loses the puck. Winslow now with it. Valentin Winslow will continue to carry. He'll get it up to Miller. Miller loses the puck. Adelson now with it. To Gron, to Jordan. Jordan across. Jordan with a shot denied there by Novak, and he will get a glove on that. 2:12 left here in the second. 3-1 is the lead for Calgary. Goals by Fyodorov, and then 2 by Laine. And now Boston with the most recent, a Josiah Stevens goal on the power play. Slap shot there, denied by Novak. He'll gobble that one up. Puck lost there, and now Miller with it. Miller with an opportunity across the blue line. Carries to the middle. To Laine. Oh, and Laine looking for that hat trick. Couldn't get a shot on net. Abraham goes cross ice to Petrik. Vladko Petrik gets it sticked away by Bernier. Good stick there by Pascal. Reinhardt just onside. All by himself. He'll lose the puck there to Vinogradov. Vinogradov kicks it up the board. Kuznetsov to Bernier. Bernier with a lot of room. Denied there. Reinhardt on the rebound. Couldn't flip it over the shoulder of Sabel. Vinogradov retreats, gets it over to Antonison, over to Petrik. Vladko Petrik retreats in neutral ice to Antonison. They'll go to the near boards to Tipton, who gets belted there right at the blue line before he can flip the puck in. Stas with a great hit. Kuznetsov now with it. Kuznetsov sticked away. Puck comes free to Pedersen, now to Reinhardt. 2 seconds, over to Kuznetsov. Right at the end of the period, Alyosha Kuznetsov. What a setup there. Reinhardt with a great flip right over to Kuznetsov. And they have just enough time, so we will head to the third period right after this puck drop here. Won by Boston, but it does not matter. A 4-1 lead for Calgary. This play, Pedersen, a great play to Reinhardt, and Reinhardt able to free up Kuznetsov, who can bury it past Benny Sabel. So we'll take the second intermission and rejoin you folks for the start of the third period from Boston Municipal Arena. The Boston Yachts trail Calgary 4-1. We'll be back right after this. All right, we are ready to go here for the third period. Here from Boston, I am Les Talk. Happy to be with you here on the second game of our Friday night triple header. We are ready for puck drop here to the third period. A last millisecond goal by Calgary to end the second period gives them they regain their 3-goal lead. Now Alyosha Kuznetsov set up well by his two line mates Pedersen and Reinhardt. One of the best top lines in hockey. Proof positive right there on that play. And then Bernier with a great opportunity. He just drives the net. And after a bit of loose puck and some rebounds there, Pascal Bernier in the first minute here of the third. Able to beat Benny Sabel. So now Calgary has stretched this out to a 5-1 lead. Backlov will carry in. Backlov to the middle. Can't get a shot through. Puck is loose there, and it'll come back to Novak on net, where he will just get a glove on that and trap it there. 18:43 left here in the third. Calgary with a 5-1 lead. That pass gets blocked, and now Reinhardt will have the puck for Calgary. Look to get it out of the zone. He'll get it to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov across the blue line. Kuznetsov will continue to carry. He'll lose it there. King up ice to Backlov, over to Gron. Gron to Stevens. Stevens gets belted there. Anderson back to Gron. Gron to Backlov. Backlov, they'll continue to play catch. Stevens tries to skate down into the slot, and he's denied. Orshevsky unable to exit the zone. O'Shea, on the rebound, he gets a great save there by Alexei Novak. Puck loose, just outside the blue line. Now Boston, Anderson. He'll go back to the point to Gron. Gron tries to get it low as he tries to walk the board and lose the puck. O'Shea with some good speed. Picks it up. Gron with a shot. Denied there. Miller able to pick up that loose puck. Laine tried to flip it in deep, and there were too many Boston Yachts around him. Couldn't get it. 4 minutes gone here in the third. Christensen shot there, and it was denied. Rebound was available, but no one home for Boston. In front, and Schmital couldn't jam it home. Magnuson up to Laine. Laine to the red line, now Miller. Miller with a spinorama. And now Laine with a chance, denied there. Christensen able to exit the zone for Boston. Christensen will just flip it in. Puck rims all the way around. Calgary will pick it up. Laine on the attack at the red line. He'll lose the puck there just outside the blue line and then try to carry in. Puck will be flipped in deep. Backlov will pick it up. Backlov looks to get it up ice. He'll get it to Adolfsson. Adolfsson met there by Shepard. Puck will be sent down further into the Boston zone where Vinogradov's able to skate onto it. He'll get it up to Cherry. Over to Adolfsson. Go for Adolfsson across the blue line. Over to Cherry. Nolan Cherry. Shot there, denied by Novak. Puck comes back on net as Novak tried to play the puck. Fyodorov against Cherry. 13:40 left here in the third. Calgary with a dominant performance here. Shot blocked there, and now Bogdanovich, they're just kind of looking to hold on to this lead as we sit 7 minutes almost gone here in the third. 4-goal lead with two very quick goals, a period apart, 0.1 second left. And then in the first minute of the third period, Calgary able to get 2 goals right there to put any maybe comeback attempt. Is Abedisiani going to be in net now? They have benched Benny Sobel. He has not had a good season this year. They have not liked his inconsistency. Well, can't even say inconsistency because he's just been bad. He hasn't really even been good enough to say there's been inconsistencies. Guy they thought was going to be their starter, Abedisiani, has taken that job, and even Abedisiani has had games of lackluster performance, which has led to Boston's struggles in the standings. Abedisiani had been playing better, but on a back-to-back, they decided to go to Sobel. It's going to become a situation where I don't know how often we're going to see Sobel the rest of the year unless they have these back-to-backs for Boston. Pettersson tried to feed it in front to Reinhardt, unable to get that pass all the way through. Puck being dug out there by Abraham. He'll lose the puck. Kuznetsov behind the net, can't do anything with it. Kolar will retreat in his own zone, and he'll get it up ice to Tipton. Barry Tipton gets it poked away, and then he'll retreat and get it to Adolfsson. Ingolf Adolfsson. Try to feed it to the middle, and Reinhardt will pick it off. Adolfsson to Petrik. Petrik will flip it down the boards. King. And now Joubert. Joubert gets blocked off there. And it's tipped home. So Jackson King is going to get this one to get home. Again, that top line for Boston. So much on their shoulders scoring-wise. And they continue to do so here tonight. Anderson put the puck towards the net, and it was tipped home by Jackson King. Dale Kolar will also get an assist on the play. Antonison into the zone, tried to get it to the center and unable to. Anderson carries to the middle. Anderson's shot doesn't get through. Mini Slater to Bernier, now to Alden. Penalty coming up here on Boston. Alden still with it. Now Delaney. Back to Bernier, looking to just kind of kill some time here. Warshevsky with it. Delaney up to Alden. Alden tried to enter the zone. He's belted there. I believe that was Antonison with the big hit. A slashing call. Going to come up to Calvin Anderson. He's already in that box sitting away. Fyodorov against Adolfson. Adolfson able to win it back. Antonison will have it. Antonison able to flip it out. Winslow with it. Now to Delaney. Delaney across the blue line. Delaney will continue to carry. Delaney back to Winslow. Shot gets denied. So 5-on-3 here. I did not notice that. I'm not sure what the other call was or if it's 2 on Anderson. Either way, it's a 5-on-3 right now. Winslow down low. Can't get it through. Comes to the point. And now Miller in that high slot tried to skate down, and Fyodorov will put it wide. Another penalty coming up here to Boston. Backhand denied there, and it'll be touched by Boston. So another slash here. Lav Antonison going to be guilty this time. So it was Stevens and Anderson. Okay. Antonison almost took the head off of Leon Miller with that slash. Looked more like a high stick than anything. Either way. So now an extended 5-on-3 here for Calgary. Puck will be sent up the boards. Pettersson with it. Pettersson with a shot denied by Bedesiani, and he'll hold right there. 7:43 left here in the third. Faceoff now coming to the left of Bedesiani, and it'll be won by Boston. Backlov now with it. Backlov will get it out. Kuznetsov into the zone. Numbers here for Calgary. Puck loose there in the blue paint, and it's able to be flipped out. Line A to the middles. One-timer there by Reinhardt, and then the shot goes wide. Jordan on the puck, and he'll be able to flip it out as that'll do it for the 5-on-3 here for Calgary. Puck sent up to Reinhardt. And now they'll have 2 minutes of penalty time here. Stevens now with the puck. Stevens belted there by Pettersson. Bernier to Reinhardt. Reinhardt gets it sticked away for a second, and now he'll regain control. Into the zone, Kuznetsov. To Reinhardt in front, he scores. So on the power play, Bradley Reinhardt gives them back their 4-goal lead that they had just coughed up on the Jackson King goal. So now 6:19 left here. As that clock slowly starts to melt away on Boston. And it will continue their struggles here in the early part of the season. Shepard with a shot blocked away by Bedesiani. Faceoff coming to the right of Bedesiani. It'll be Shvital against Fyodorov. Fyodorov able to win it back. Bernier down low. Now Fyodorov in the high slot. Fyodorov with a chance. Shot goes wide. Kick save there, and then Bogdanovich. Velimir Bogdanovich. They play from behind the net. Get Bedesiani kind of running from side to side there. Puck will be flipped in. Warshevsky with it over to Fyodorov. Now to Bernier. Bernier up ice to Shepard. Shepard across the blue line. Over to Bernier. Bernier with a shot doesn't get through. And now Fyodorov loses the puck there, and Vinogradov will have it. Vinogradov up ice to O'Shea. O'Shea will flip in. Puck runs all the way around. Puck still free. Bernier will have it. Pascal Bernier. up to Fyodorov. Fyodorov cross ice to Shepard. Shepard pauses. Over to Fyodorov, now to Laine. Marcus Laine can't get the puck through, and Vinogradov will have it. 7-2, the score here. Matej Shepard now. Up to Laine. Laine will flip in. Puck rims all the way around. First one on it will be Wilkinson. Wilkinson tried to get to the front of it, and Vedesiani with a good poke. Gets it free for a second and gets on top of it. Face-off won by Calgary. Borshevsky, and now Laine. Over to Wilkinson to the point. They'll go off the boards back down, and now Miller with a chance. He scores! So it's going to be 8 on the board here. Making up for the last time these Stallions were out here, they got shut out by Gustav Merrick, the backup goaltender from Chicago. Anderson over to the far boards to King. Puck will be picked off there. Puck loose behind the Calgary cage. Now I think what matters is Alexei Novak being able to keep that goals against average down low. He kind of needs this just to allow these 2 goals that he's already given up here tonight. Puck will be flipped in. 90 seconds now left. Puck sticked away there. Puck still loose in the Calgary zone where Reinhardt will pick it up. Reinhardt will go for a skate. He'll get it over to Warshevsky, to Pettersson. Pettersson to Kuznetsov, to the red line. Now carried into the zone. Kuznetsov bumped off the puck there by Backlov. He'll get it over to Braun. Braun up ice to King. King across the blue line. He'll lose the puck there. Alden will have it. Alden over to Slater. Slater pressed to the boards there just outside the Boston bench. King in front. Oh, and a good opportunity there, but it was denied by Novak. And now a tripping call here, gonna, I believe, on Slater. So with 33 seconds, oh no, it's Bork, excuse me. So with 33 seconds left, the Yachts will have an opportunity to get that 3rd goal on the board against Novak. Faceoff will be won back to Novak, and Winslow able to clear it there. Just 25 seconds left remaining here in the game as Calgary, the more than comfortable 8-2 lead here on the road. Puck will be picked up by Magnuson over to Delaney, and he'll clear it. That might just do it here as we sit with just 10 seconds now remaining in the game. Schwatal to the red line, over to O'Shea. O'Shea tries to carry it to the middle. He'll turn it over there, and Delaney will just skate out the rest of the clock. He'll lose it, and the horn sounds as the Calgary Stallions come into Boston and dominate the Yachts here. And we'll skate out of here tonight with an 8-2 victory. And they'll jump right back into that playoff picture with Montreal as that Canada division continues to just kind of, the screws get, tightened a little bit with every passing day of this season as we get closer to that November date where the regular season comes to an end. So enjoy these few highlights here, and we'll be right back with you for our post-game stats and information right after this. All right, thank you for joining us for our post-game coverage here. We are at Boston Municipal Arena. I am Les Talk. Happy to be with you for our second game of our Friday doubleheader. It's the Calgary Stallions come into Boston and will walk away with a dominant 8-2 performance over the Yachts here tonight. As you see the team stats on your screen in front of you. Calgary with only 25 shots on goal today. Boston with 30. Calgary leading the way with hits 30-27. Faceoffs go the way of Boston 23-17. Both teams come away with a power play goal here tonight. Stevens with the goal for Boston. and Reinhardt with the power play goal for Calgary tonight. Calgary goes 1 of 3, Boston goes 1 of 5, and no shorthanded goals here tonight. Now the stats. 3 points for quite a few players here tonight. Pettersson with 3 assists, Kuznetsov a goal and 2 assists, Laine 2 goals and an assist, and Leon Miller a goal and 2 assists. Reinhardt and Bernier and Fyodorov and Bogdanovich, with a goal and an assist each. Shepard 2 assists and Wilkinson 2 assists, and then no single point getters. So an interesting little juxtaposition. Either you got multiple points or you didn't get any tonight. So no points for Warshevsky, Magnuson, Bork, Reed, Slater, Delaney, Winslow, and Alden. And Warshevsky a +4 tonight. Bernier going to be a +5. Laine and Miller a +3 as well. So very positive performance here tonight. I don't know, do they have any dashes? 1 dash. Robbie Delaney going to be the only guy with a minus here tonight. Shots pretty well spread out as we have 5 guys with 3. Bernier, Laine, Wilkinson, Fyodorov, and Slater. So a bit of an interesting crowd at the top there. Yeah, you have guys like Pettersson, Reinhardt, and Kuznetsov. Miller. Laine is about the only one that makes sense at the top there. Hits, our leader, Stas Warshevsky, felt like he had more than 5, or maybe those 5 were just so bone-crushing that they should be counted for 2 or something, I don't know. Bork with 4, Bernier with 3, and Pettersson with 3 as well. And another excellent start from Alexei Novak. Again, with the talk on him was he's clearly the backup. He might be one of the lower-end backups in the league. He's been probably the best. I would put him and Gustav Merrick up there as probably maybe the 2 best backups so far this season. Guy like Daniil Scotts has been okay as well. Thinking across the league, Ellis Rask and Otto Anderson, they're kind of a 1A, 1B situation. But a great start from Alexei Novak nonetheless. Now to Boston. Again, that top line with a lot. King with a goal and 2 assists. Anderson an assist. Stevens a goal. And then the defenseman Vinogradov with an assist, and Kolar with an assist as well. So no points for Baklov, Grand, Joubert, Christensen, Antonison, O'Shea, Cherry, Jordan, Schvital, Adelson, Tipton, Petrick, and Abraham. See a -4 for Antonison and the -3 for Grom. We won't show too much of that. Shots, Calvin Anderson with 5, Stevens with 5, and King with 4. So again, a lot of shots coming for that top line. Jordan with 4 as well, and then O'Shea and Schvital, believe, with 3. Trying to line up my eyes there. Yep. Hits, 4 to Gron and Antonison, and Baklov with 3, and then a handful of others with 2. And the goaltending, another disappointing performance from both guys, honestly, tonight. As Sabel faces 16 shots and he gives up 5 goals. So a .688 for Benny Sabel, and then Mania Bedesiani, 9 shots against, gives up 3 goals for a .667 save percentages there as well. So very disappointing performance from both the gentlemen here tonight. Now take a peek at some of the highlights, our goals tonight. See what they're going to allow us to view. I do want to see the line A, the first line A. I believe that's this one. So I wanted to see. Yeah, okay. So he just had his stick on the ice, and couldn't quite tell who exactly that was. It Pettersson? I think it was Pettersson that just kind of throws it. And it hits off there. Sabel unable to get a read on this puck at all, as he doesn't even really react to it, as you'll see it here. Yeah, he doesn't even react until it's already by him there. Second period, Alyosha Kuznetsov, right before the end of the period. The great play by Pettersson along the boards to Reinhardt, who's able to free up Kuznetsov with a great little kind of hit-ahead pass. As Kuznetsov able to skate onto it. And then puts a good move on Sabel and buries it earlier in the period. Josiah Stevens. The great pass there from King. In this high slot area, he has the patience to turn and find Stevens attacking that post and able to tip it past Alexei Novak. And then in the third period, Jackson King with a great goal for Boston. Anderson with a shot there, and it's tipped home by Jackson King. Novak actually does get a piece of it, and it still kind of leaks past the netminder there. Bradley Reinhardt, they well set up goal here as well. So he gets it and then just goes to that far post and squeaks it by Ronnie Bedesiani at the time. Bogdanovic with a great play here. It's behind the net. Who is that picks it up behind the net? Shepard, I believe. And just a great play out in front. Yep, Shepard to feed Bogdanovic for the goal. And then the final goal of the game. Leon Miller with an opportunity here. And the high slot just turns and is able to fire this one. Looks like it's over the blocker, or might just go wide of the blocker. Yep, so he just kind of out. Bedesiani can't extend far enough to get a piece of that one and deny it. So that'll do it for our coverage here from Boston. Again, we got one more game coming up for you on a Friday night triple header. The America Division leading Detroit Trappers will be in Edmonton to take on the Dinos Detroit with an opportunity to take the league lead in points with a win tonight. So thank you so much for joining us here from Boston. I am Les Talk. It's been a joy to be with you on a Friday night. We will see you coming up next in Edmonton right after this.